And we are back. Sorry I'm late, my people. Welcome to the MUFC Realist News Corner. And it's not this morning, it's 2 o'clock this afternoon. And Manchester United has won against Copenhagen last night. Guys, it was an exciting game. It wasn't a great game, but man, the emotions after that victory were huge. And I hope you guys are going to be here to join me for this short stream. Let's talk about it. Let's get into a little bit of the news about the game and about what's happening around as we get ready to face Man City on Sunday, guys. So take this time to like, subscribe, and share. Get in your comments and comment, ask questions. Let's hear your opinions, guys. What's going on as we say hi to
Welcome
Bella.
back to MUFC Realist TV. My name is Bella. I am a presenter and hostess of this channel. Thank you for tuning in. The show is about to begin. I want you to give this video a cheeky little like and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so yet. As you must agree that I am better looking than Mark Goldbridge,
Bloody
so what
hell.
are you waiting for? Just do it, smash that like button now. Let's go Reds, buckle up, get ready to rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
And as we go on, guys, what's going on? Are you enjoying the day, guys? Onana and Maguire, they're the talk of the town, the unlikely heroes. What could anyone have expected this to be the outcome of today? Guys, it's exciting. It's exciting. And let's get into the chat and say good morning, good afternoon to the guys. Stephanie Griffith is coming in. Harry Houdini header and Andre the Giant Sage United blushes. Surely have to drop to the moments, the bench moments, FC Bruno, Scotty McTee, and Rashi for City on Sunday. Otherwise, it will be a shitty Sunday. And I agree with you, Stephanie Griffith. It's been a difficult one for us, guys, and it's been really, really uncanny. You know what I mean? We have not been playing well, winning games late, and I mean, it's not at all sustainable, but it was great, you know, and I agree. We need to start making some substitutions. Some players can't continue to be shoehorned into the team and given chances to find their form. It's taking away from us winning games. DJ Superfly is coming in here. Hand wink. Big up. Glazer's out. Yes, my guy. And Leonard Sable is in this afternoon. Onana and Maguire. He can't believe his eyes celebrating. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, bro. And Audio Marks is coming in. Whistle red blow. Got to be a red supporter. Evo Bosic is coming in. The irony of all Eric Ted Lasso's rejects are keeping him in a job. Make hide and seek, Maguire, and Onana bread. Evo, you have no chill, my bro. No chill. Mark Davies is coming in. What do you think of the game last night? Do you think Rashford will be dropped to the City game? Mark, I think we are on the same wavelength. I've been wanting this guy dropped 8 games now. 8 games later, he's still starting. I'm disappointed. I'm upset. But at the end of the day, you know, we can focus on all the bad, but we need to focus on the positives as well. And a win is a win, like Batmouse is saying here. It's a good win, guys. And, you know, we needed the 3 points. The 3 points came in. The guys showed up. Onana came big. Harry Maguire has been solid in the last few starts. Guys, what are we seeing here? You know, like, is Ten Hag improving these players? Some of them are. Some of these players finally finding their form, finding out what they need to do, and as part of the team, what are their responsibilities? What's going on? And Alaska Dirk is coming in. Good day, Mark and friends. Big up. Glazer's out always, every day. And it's as a United fan, it's our prayer. Glazer's out. Jarvis Cocker, good afternoon, my bro. How are you doing today? Getting in right now. And let me start with my little presentation about the game and little bits of happenings as we go on. You know, because United won, Copenhagen 0. It was a terrible watch in the first half. The second half, we came back into the game, and I think we did well, ended well. We needed the 3 points. Can we kick on from here, guys? What's going on? And yesterday, I was privileged to get a little bit of a video message from my friend, you know, Simon. Big up to Simon Heron in the chat. You know, he was at the game last night, and he was able to get little pictures of the Sir Bobby Memorial that fans were placing there, you know, paying their respects to, you know, enshrining it. Lots of flowers and stuff, guys. You know, big up, much respect to Sir Bobby Charlton. We could have won with probably 4 goals if the team had taken the chances they received, but they haven't. And we still won in the end. And I think big respect. We won it late. I think Sir Bobby would still be proud. At the end of the day, he would not be happy. I don't think he's ever happy. But, he wins and he still wants to win better. That's just the guy, the standard, the Mr. Man United that we all know. Much respect to him. And this month, I think it's good and fair to say we are all going to be mourning him and, tributing to him every single game in this month, because Sir Bobby Charlton, nothing defines Manchester United than this guy. Hats off. And last night, guys, I just wanted to show you all, this is the decision that was given against Marcus Rashford and the tackle that was given on 56 minutes in the penalty area by the goalkeeper. And this is what the Champions League sent out as their decision to all fans who follow and use the Champions League app. And I want to know, guys, what do you think about this? If you all watch the game and, like me, follow these things on different media, you would be like, that's definitely a penalty. The decisions and what happened in the game, and this is the result. So if you didn't watch the game, what would you think? VAR decision, no penalty, foul outside the penalty area, 56 minute, Man United, Copenhagen. Guys, I don't know what to say. Something needs to be done. I think there's an agenda against us. You know what I mean? Because Rashford was clearly onside. No penalty, no VAR check. And this is what's the ruling. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's go. Alien Tenno is back in. Big up, Alien Tenno. Thanks for coming in today and enjoying it with me. Evo Bossage, I'm what United need, Mark. Reality, not sugar-coated fluff designed to stroke egos. Facts, you know what I mean? But we have to remember, guys, that, the United that we support is basically the United that we all grew up watching, supporting, day in, night out. And we are not the same right now. We need to get back to that standard right now, right? But we're not the same currently. So it's kind of hard to be, super critical on every single little thing. Call out the bad stuff, but, we gotta give these guys the flowers for the good stuff that they do, so they know they're doing something right, in my opinion, guys. And Jarvis Cocker is back in. Eric Ten Hag need to shift focus from believing in overrated guff, start focusing on composing a strong starting 11 with cohesion and ability to play on each other's strengths. And there's someone in the background, and I think it's Bella, but I'm not sure. Guys, what are we saying? We have the usual party crasher, my favorite guy on MUFC TV, realist, the Mick Master, Mick Ruby. Big up, guy. What are you
doing?
Not
here. I'm not here.
Yeah,
it's not me. Swear to God.
Not you.
Hands free. Sorry. I just wanted to come in to say hello, everyone. How you doing? How you all feeling today, the day after? Massive 3 points. Let that sink in. The savior of the day, Onana, unbelievable. I hope everyone slept well over the past 24 hours. Maguire saves us as well with this header. I mean, based on this thumbnail, Mark, massive headlines. You got to dissect what it means. Like massive head and Onana saved the line. He kept the line. What a save, at the end of the day. I spoke to some people that were at the game yesterday, and they were mental when he saved that penalty. Just imagine how big this is for the season. I know we didn't play pretty, but in terms of boost of confidence, in terms of going in against City, I don't feel very confident in going in to play like the City derby, like Manchester derby, the way we played. But at the end of the day, it's a derby. Anything can happen, right? Form goes out the window. If you line up the way we lined up yesterday, we will get slaughtered. But if you definitely line up like with a double pivot in terms of Casemiro, lining up with the Casemiro and Amrabat, then we have a chance. The question is, Mark, who's playing on top? On top of that pivot, is it Bruno? Is it Mason Mount? Is it Eriksen? Eriksen apparently got the man of the match yesterday, so I think Eriksen should start. What's your thoughts?
I think Eriksen should start tomorrow, on Sunday, because Eriksen has been, phenomenal. This is not the first time he's came on and changed the game for United. He's been doing this. He's making a career of doing this, actually, to be fair. He's done it a lot last season. He's doing it now. I might be one to say, maybe we should let him keep doing this, because then it gives us a different concept, a different direction in the second half. But
Yeah.
against a team like Man City, I think it's better we start strong, and let the game, and we could always
Yeah.
change it in the middle of the game.
100%.
So I
100%.
feel like maybe he should start in this game on Sunday coming. You know what I mean? I really, really, really want to see Eric Ten Hag bench Marcus Rashford. Even give Bruno a rest as well. Like, these guys, they're playing lots of football. They're not having a good time for the club. They had good outings for internationals and stuff, but that's not good enough. At the end of the day, this is not England. This is not Portugal. This is
No.
Manchester United, and we need your form for Manchester United. So I agree, and I think the only thing that we could criticize the manager for is not making those changes.
Yeah. I have a question to you, though, and everyone that's watching today. I have a kind of feeling that he is going on that mode, win at all costs, like 3 points, 3 points. So he's sacrificing the style of play. But also have a feeling that the way he lines up is just not to concede the first half. A little bit pragmatic, a little bit Louis van Gaal style. And I'm a little bit baffled by that, but I've thought about it and makes sense, right? But I don't want to see that against City, 100%. No, start your strongest team from the very first beginning, because the past games, maybe it is confidence with the manager as well, because it does affect him. All the VAR decisions and everything else has been going against United. But that Scott McTominay train has to stop. Like, he's been giving, he run of form, he's been scoring. I understand why he started Scotty Mac, because he's got goals in him, but Scott McTominay needs to come off the bench, not the full 90 minutes. So go strong against City, play your strongest team, bench Rashford 100%. Even the pundits on ESPN and everywhere else who have been watching post-match are saying, Marcus is horrendous at the moment. So why force feeding him? Why, I understand you put him in just in case you get a, counter-attack, but he's not even there yet, His first touch is clumsy. I mean, I want him to become good, but at the end of the day, I want us to win games. That's the thing, right?
Exactly.
So City is so important. If we get that win, that will be the springboard for confidence within the team. Are they beatable? Yes, they are. Are they in good form? They've been so recently. They're playing Champions League tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play tonight as well. So we do have an advantage because they're playing today, and we get one more extra rest. But barring it's a derby, I don't know. This could go draw. It could go either way. But I like us to go from the get-go, get at them, just kill the game. And the way you do it is to line up strong. Amrabat in a double pivot. We have fullbacks that can bomb forward. Regulon came back, but of course he was knackered. He couldn't play full 90. At least we gave him some 60 minutes. Play more around Højlund. Because Højlund showed yesterday, even if it was suffocating, not getting a lot of balls into the channel, he shows what a proper center forward can do. Just holding up the play, linking up the play. It was brilliant. It was brilliant to see. But then we need people that can actually cross the ball into him, and Rashford is not one of them. And Anthony needs also to be benched. So therefore, my solution would be plain and simple. Start Garnacho and put like a Pelistri or somebody, or a Mason Mount on the right wing at least. Mason Mount.
Exactly. As I got you here, Mick, let me just ask you a question. The manager was reported to have been making these comments after the game. We have to change the defense every time. If you look at last season, we had a very good back four.
Yeah, true.
Very consistent, and we had control. And when we had a lot of possession, Eriksen can make the difference. This season, we always have to make adjustments at the back. There are no more automatisms, and the middle is too open.
Spot on.
So what are your thoughts on that, Mick?
That is absolutely spot on, and that's my analysis too. I mean, based what everyone been criticizing Onana for, but you got to look at we massively miss Licha in the back. We massively miss Luke Shaw at the back as well. We massively miss even, Tyrell Malacia. Rashford game is all, the partnership is around him and Luke Shaw. Always been, right? But if you look at Onana, he's been having 7 different personnels, guarding him, safeguarding him in front. You need to have that consistency in the back line, and we haven't had that, people, right? We massively miss Licha, which is kind of the foundation, playing alongside Varane. So we've been chopping and changing, like playing Maguire, Lindelof, basically scraping it at the back, right? So
Mhm.
that's, I can only pray that now it's like game to game basis, like, get those 3 points until everyone is back injured. And when everyone is back injured, we're going to see more of a balanced team. So you can actually start playing ball, right? Now it's just to get by. This is the way I see it. So barring the injuries, yeah, one have to take that into consideration. Yeah, you can hold the manager accountable, but the manager is only cooking with the ingredients what he's got. Simple as that, right?
Jarvis
You?
came in with a question earlier. So before I give my comment on that, I just wanted to ask what do you think about this comment that Jarvis had? Rashford didn't put his body on the line last night. He jumped over the keeper, making the decision easier for the referee to overlook. VAR can change a free kick, but if they can't overlook a potential ref card.
Yeah, no, that's the situation where he came free with the goalkeeper and skipped over. That was never a pen in the first place. I don't think so. And there was not even a offside rule. So what would they give it? Nothing at the end of the day. Yeah, but Rashford is back to his turtle mode. And when I say turtle mode, means that he's frightened, right? A turtle only sticks out his neck when he's brave, but as soon as there's danger, he goes back into his safe house. Same with Jadon Sancho was experiencing the same situation. Mental United, mental Rashford is gone. He used to have this mental strength when he used to do it like this. Now the mental ability is gone. And it's funny how the law of physics or the law of psychology affects the overall body, right? Because the brain is actually telling you, giving you the indications. Danger, skip over. Don't go in there. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know what's going on. Nobody really knows. But there's only one thing, like, he needs to come off 100%. Take him off the limelight. Go see a psychologist. Speak to whoever needs. Maybe something personal off the pitch. We don't know. Maybe he's got some problems with his missus, or maybe he's depressed because his buddy Jadon Sancho is not playing, or there's a lot of things. But we, as Manchester United, we are a team. Like, this is a team effort, and not individual brilliance. Yesterday, he was still doing the same thing, trying to dribble through a brick wall of 4 players, not getting through. I think it was the worst performance I've seen Marcus play yesterday, actually. So justified. I want the manager to start playing the best players in form, not in training, but actually who can perform on the pitch. No, now it's not the time to dilly-dally, hot potato, right? In all fairness, Maguire got the man of the match by many players, but Christian Eriksen got given the man of the match yesterday. Still, solid performance by Maguire. Roses given to when credit's due, but still, when we play Maguire, we are so slow playing off the back. So we always tend to drop a little bit deeper when he's playing, just to protect him, just because everyone knows he's got a little bit of a mistake in him. That he's not really confident. But yesterday, I think that confidence will rise back into him. So he's a good rotational player. I don't know. For me, the best centre-back pairing will definitely be Lindelof and Maguire. And Varane, sorry. Moving forward. What's your thoughts then?
Well, like I'm kind of similar to what Jarvis is saying here, like, but in the sense that I'm not questioning how Ten Hag instructs Hoyland, because I think Hoyland's movement has improved. His entire play improves every single game, for my opinion. So I think the problem is maybe he's giving instructions to the wingers, right? But the wingers aren't actually, enforcing those instructions, like putting them to good use on the field when the game is on. Like, the manager is responsible 80% for coaching off the field and training, and 20%, right, for what happens in training.
Yeah.
But in the game, he's 20% responsible for what happens in the game, and the players are 80% responsible in the game, because they are the ones playing. So I feel like the team, some of the players need to be benched because it's not working. And I know Rashford gets 2-3 opportunities every single game, and this is why he's still in the team, but he's not taking them. He's had 10 games. We've had a big enough sample size this season. I think the next few games he should start off the bench.
It's a very simple. You can make an amazing soup taste amazing, by adding on some extra spice to it, or you can make it taste really bland and boring, right? Yesterday, for an example, yeah, I was watching Rasmus Højlund, like, one of the fan channels caught him, like, walking through the tunnel. They caught a few words, and he basically gave them, yeah, my job is just not to score the goals, but to link up the play. And he was given the instructions to link up the play, hold up the ball, and he did it perfectly fine. But if you look at the first half, there was no service. Basically, we didn't have a midfield that was capable to do that. You have Amrabat holding that single pivot, and then you had, like, Scott McTominay doesn't really offer you anything more than being like a presence in the 6-yard box, and Bruno went drifting. As soon as Eriksen came in on the second half, we saw changes. He was more attacking. He was more control, register. Bruno went into his supporting striker role, linking up more with Rasmus Højlund, and this is what I want to see. What Bruno can offer, yeah, he can waste the ball, but at least in that supporting striker role, the number 10 role, what he can do is, provide the link up play, like, provide those Hollywood passes, the through balls, and everything else. Before that, we have zero creativity. That's the thing, right? And that gives me a notion that we will set up pragmatically not to concede the first half. It was nerves. But as soon as Eriksen came in, there was definitely patterns of play, and we would start looking more dangerous. And as soon as, also Garnacho came in as well, totally game changer, like the way we were attacking. So I want to see that more. I don't know about you, mate.
Yeah, I would like to see more of Garnacho. You know what I mean? Like, I think every game, he started the first 2 games. He didn't look, he didn't look that great. He got benched, Then the manager brought him back in. And ever since he's been brought back in, he's been our best attacker, in my opinion, right? Besides Højlund, and we're not talking about Højlund when we talk about attackers. He is our striker. He's always a 7 out of 10, in my opinion, even when he doesn't score. So I feel like, yeah, I want to see Rashford get the bench. I want to see more of Garnacho from the start of a game, because he's never going to learn to play from the start of a game if he doesn't actually do it, right? So he needs to start doing it. And I think high time. Rashford is a moment player. If anyone wants to make that excuse, he could do the moments in the second half.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to Gary Kelly. Big up for Gary Kelly for your comment. But you know what? I've solved the problem last night. Basically, I went to IKEA's website and then ordered a bench directly to Rashford. Expect delivery tomorrow. ETA.
Okay. Thank you. From all the Manchester United fans,
I ordered him a
thank
bench
you,
from IKEA.
Because
no problem.
Gary Kyle is spot on here. Like, we need to be more clinical. If we were clinical last night, we definitely in the second half alone have scored 4 goals, and it would be a different conversation today. Ten Hag would be a masterclass. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It was like heavy touch from Rashford, heavy touch from Højlund, heavy touch from Garnacho as well. We could have been at least 3-0 up there, right?
Yeah.
The chances were there in the second half.
So I'm saying, I could blame Ten Hag, but if the team is creating chances, then his tactics are working, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we conflate it now, because if the team doesn't create any chances, it's his fault. If the team creates a lot of chances but they don't score, it's his fault.
How do we move forward? How do we move forward for here? If you Ten Hag, guys, everyone in the VR room, what would you do? How would you move forward? Who would you start now against City, right? This is such a crucial game, because win, lose, draw, this defines our season as well. We've been winning 3 in a bounce. The confidence should be up there. Would you expect us to be more pragmatic, or would we take it to City, because we know one thing we know about City, they're like a handball team, they're going to maintain possession, right? So how would you like to see us line up? What would be your preferred lineup?
My preferred lineup, I honestly think right now, Regulon, I'd say I'd give Maguire a start, to be honest. Martinez is not fit.
Maguire
has shown consistent form. Ooh. Yeah, I'd give him the chance. You know why? Because I watched the game last night, and Varane is Champions League Varane last night. We haven't talked about him, but his
great.
backup play, his play in the background, he did everything in the air. He was there when Maguire wasn't, and Maguire did everything that he didn't do. So I think the partnership between the two has been solid. It was strong, I mean, I feel like you can't drop him. You know what I mean? Like, even if you wanted, if Martinez was fit and available for Saturday, he hasn't played football in like 6 weeks. So,
Yeah.
and when he was playing, we don't want to rush Martinez back because Martinez is vital to our defense.
I agree with that. I agree with Darren Young here. Like, we have to flood that midfield. 4-5-1, 100%. Like, it's all about, like, matching that midfield. And midfield has been our weakest area, to be honest. If we look at the run of fixtures of games we have here, we have playing City, right, on Sunday. Then we play on the 1st, on the Wednesday, we play in the, Carabao Cup against Newcastle at home as well. And that's another big, there's 2 massive games. And then we're playing Fulham away on the 4th of November, right? Away, Fulham in the Prem. And then Champions League, Copenhagen on the Wednesday, the 8th, away. And then we have Luton Town at home. That's the easiest one. So if we look at it, like, you have, City, Newcastle, Fulham, Copenhagen. That's not easy fixtures, right?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. We need to secure those confident 3 points. If we can slap City, if we can win 1-0, I don't know, play 4-5-1, whatever. Just learn from last year. Sneak a goal, nick a goal, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But these bastards have always a tendency to turn up for these big derbies, right? Scott McTominay scored the last winner, the lob over Alisson, the goal. Remember?
And Scott McTominay was great, and I think that I honestly would bring him on in the second half of the City game in the last 20 minutes if we need a goal or something like that. But my starting front 3 for the City game would be probably Garnacho, Højlund, and Anthony, because whenever we play against City, Anthony has a good game.
Yeah.
Anthony hasn't been performing really well, but we have to take into consideration he hasn't played. Like, he started the first 2 games for the season, and then he's been out due to the situation. He's come back in. Yeah. He's had a bad game. He's played a decent game, and then last night in the first half, he's had a pretty good game, in my opinion. He had a pretty good game in the first half.
Valid point there. Like, he's playing himself back into the fitness again. Like, he cannot play 90 minutes. He got taken off, subbed up. Yeah. But if you're going to play Rashford, play him on the right wing.
Yeah. Because he's been actually the most positive work has came from the right wing. You know what I mean? The breakaway came from the right wing. The assist to Højlund came from the right wing. I mean, maybe it takes away his scoring boots and puts him in an assistant mode when he plays off the right. And I think that might serve us better. So, I mean, even if we were to bench Anthony and start with Marcus Rashford off the right, I think it could still work.
Yeah. Kobe Maino is back on the bench. So, yeah, bless you, sir. Gary Kelly said, I think we win on Sunday, lol. Call me crazy. No, it's crazy is good. You got to have a little bit of belief and delusion, Gary. So I'm with you on that train, but I'm treading a little bit with cautious, depending on how he will line up. So if he lines up the same team as yesterday, we are going to be battered from pillar to post, right? Better to start up strong, as what we said. My lineup would definitely be Onana in goal, 100%. Nothing. Reguilon, Lindelof, Maguire, Dalot, right? I wouldn't swap Police. I would play Anthony there on the right wing, because what Anthony offers is he can track back as well, right? In the double pivot midfield, you will have to play a double pivot midfield, definitely. I might even say, like, C4 in midfield, like, you play, Amrabat, Casemiro, Mason Mount, or even maybe put in a Hannibal Mejbri to give you a little bit of a grit and dogfight in there, right?
Eriksen and Bruno to round out the 5.
I don't know. It's a tough headache, right? But Bruno, we need legs in there. We need a competitive midfield. But what you can get with the Casemiro, maybe that's enough to have Casemiro and Amrabat there. Bruno, he will start Bruno. He's the captain, right? But what I don't want him to see to be sacrificed to put him on the right wing. I don't want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that either. I think that takes away from our game. I think it takes away from his game. I think it takes away from the creativity of the team when he's out on the right. He's in no man's land, to be fair. Like, he doesn't. It's not his role. So, like, if you set up 4-5-1, maybe a Amrabat, Casemiro, Bruno, Ericsson, and Hannibal. Those five, I think we have energy, we have enough combative ability, we have movement, and we have a player who could drop deep and control the midfield in Ericsson.
Yeah.
And we have Bruno, who's just gonna harry around and supply Højlund up front. Probably chip in.
You know what the problem right now? The weakest link in there is Rashford. To be honest, he's got to have the balls to drop in to put him on the bench. But this is a big game, and he will probably rely on the experience to put Rashford on. I don't want to see that. For me, any given Sunday, everyone can see that. Garnacho, maybe Rashford on the right wing, but Garnacho has to be on the left.
And that's the thing, because what I'm concerned about is that we have to play on Sunday, and then we have to play again on Wednesday or Thursday in the
Wednesday
FA Cup. Wednesday in the FA Cup. And then back again on Saturday, right? Because we would have to return to the Premier League again on Saturday, and the following Tuesday again would be Copenhagen away, right? I think, I don't know. I don't think we could push. We could improve if we keep starting Rashford and not trying to mix it up. I think we need to do something about
we
that.
have to see. Rest in peace, Bill Kenwright. Oh no, rest in peace, Mr.
Yeah, he
Everton.
was Mr. Everton for real.
Yeah, Mariar is saying, I'm getting Bruno starting from the first minute, but imagine hungry Bruno starting from the second half. Wow, yes, a hungry Bruno. So basically, Matty, you will not feed him anything for 24 hours, and then you will give him something in the second half. Mount needs to play. Yeah, Mount needs to play. This is what I'm alluding to. The midfield needs to be added, like a pit bull on a leg. You know what I mean? It needs to be combative. A little bit of red cards, yellow cards, and then I'm thinking, Hannibal Mejbri in there. 100%. Gian Bish, 23. Everton can make players finish. A manager coach can only do so much. The players have to go out and do the business. 100%. 100%. Listen, I'm seeing exactly what's missing. We have zero creativity in the midfield to service the front line. We don't look confident to find the line, to break the lines. We don't have runners anymore. We don't press anymore. I don't know. Everything's kind of falling off the cliff. It's kind of a little bit pragmatic. It's like we are afraid to concede the first goal. We are afraid to lose. And I get that. I get that. But City at home, we have to. All right? We have to. And it's Haaland there as well. Oh, my God. No, Maguire cannot be there. Maguire cannot be there. Guys, forget about it. Not for this game. Haaland, Maguire.
Who do we have? You're going to put Lindelof on Haaland?
No. The Lindelof gets bullied away. Varane on Haaland.
I'd rather put the slab on him and let him put that head on Haaland. You know what I mean? Maybe, he could block his vision when the ball is coming in with the big head. You know what I mean? I'm being honest here. Like, at the end of the day, like, I would like to say, let's put Luke Shaw. Let's get in. Yeah. Let's get the butcher back in. You know what I mean?
Peter's saying they don't have Kevin either. They don't have Rodrigo either. Yeah, but still, City, right? They have a massive squad. This is what happens when you constantly run into a wall like a headless chicken. That's what I'm saying, Brendan, as well. It's like a crash test dummy. Like, I know, you know what a crash test dummy is, right?
Yeah. It's one of those things that just be like, when they test cars, belts,
test cars, constantly in a brick wall. So again and again, like, you're getting too predictable. Like, people will gang up on you. You can do 1, 2, 3 players, but that's a brick wall, right? Garnacho, on the other hand, like, he takes it on. He's smart, right? The level of frustration for me yesterday, to be honest, is that we were so slow. We were not attacking. We slowed down the ball, and the fans were booing them off in the first half.
Yeah, I heard that. I think it was. I don't know. Like, you don't know something. Like, it's a lot that's going on around the club right now. Everyone, we could sit around here and criticize, but at the same time, the club is dealing with a lot. The players are dealing with some. and the manager is dealing with it all. And then we have the takeover happening. We have players who think maybe we might have a new manager, or maybe some of us might be going. We have the
Oh
manager
God!
under pressure. It's a lot, So like,
Did you see the latest goss? Graham Potter. I was gonna like,
yeah, I talked about that yesterday morning, Mick, and I don't know how.
and I'm going like, who
What?
farted in the room? Who farted?
Yeah,
in the room?
like, I mean, like, if this is what Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to do to our club, guys, like, I'm for one saying here, like,
Mate,
he's not
listen,
welcome here.
relax. This is more, how do I say, show for the gallery. You know who's feeding the stories. I'm not gonna speak anymore about it. I'm tired of them. The clickbait journalists are doing this on purpose, like, because at the end of the day, if you write something about United, it will sell you a lot of clicks, right? Even I watch ESPN. They are the most anti-United panel you can ever get, like, always talk shit about United. Craig Burley and all of them, right? Never anything
Yeah,
positive. Who do you think they're going to qualify from this round? They didn't even say United, Galatasaray and Bayern.
exactly. Shaka is a hater because I know him. He's a Trini. He's a hater. He wished he
He's a
had came
hater.
to coach to keep for United. He wished, Craig Burley as well. He wished he played for United.
Yeah, they're
Didn't happen for
Liverpool.
you.
They
Yeah,
love Liverpool
Liverpool
boys.
guys. Yeah, the Scummers. They love them. You know what I mean? They love. Everyone loves to give the Liverpool all these pandering and we feel so sorry for you. But when a Liverpool player handballs a ball, you don't
Absolutely,
call it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But if someone does it against them, we're apologizing on Good Morning Britain, right? So I don't want to hear from Liverpool fans this season. They've got enough. The Premier League is behind them. They're sponsored by the PL and PGMOL. You know what I mean? In my opinion, that's why they have Standard Liège.
Yeah,
It's just
best
a rhetoric.
Maino played yesterday under the 21s games. I didn't watch it. You did, Mark. You
Yeah.
told me that he played like he wasn't injured at all. Like, he hasn't been
No,
absent at all.
he was sensational. Like, to be fair, you could see why Eric Ten Hag wants him in the first team. You could see why he's been so adamant about him, because he looked a cut above everyone else on the field yesterday for the under 18s against Copenhagen. And he would have had a goal, you know what I mean, and 2 assists, but lack of finishing. And I think this is something that really needs to be worked on, not just in our first team, but in our academy, because these guys dominated the game against Copenhagen under 18. They had what, 69% possession for the entire game on average. At some point in the second half, it went up to 72% because Copenhagen didn't have a shot on goal until they scored. And that was the end of the game. 1-0. We lost.
Ivo Bosic Bratte says, Mick, what's positive about Manchester United at the moment? Well, it hasn't been that positive at the moment. Like, the positive for me is that we have won 3 games in a bounce, but we haven't played the beautiful football at all. It's been pragmatic. Positive for me is to look forward to say, to get a full fit squad back in, right? Kobe Mainoo played. I want to see Kobe Mainoo in there. I want to see Luke Shaw coming back into the frame. Just normal squad players in the right position so we can actually start playing ball. Right now, we are kind of, how do I say it? Compromising the style of play versus just to get scraped by. So the only positive that I see right now is that season is still long. We're still not far off the top 4. So we just have to scrape the points. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to sacrifice the style of play just to get by until I know that everyone is back fit, so we can start playing ball again. Some people say, like, our season doesn't even start until, like, Pep Guardiola said that the season doesn't even start until after the January-February break, right?
Facts.
So the table is kind of false the way it's standing.
Yeah, no one has ever won the league in December, guys. So, like, I mean, I understand we aren't playing the greatest football, and at the same time, it's like we're within 5 points of the first position, and it's like United has a thing. Every season we do it, even in our best years and in our worst years. We are one of the best teams going into January.
The best teams to win the best teams to win the league doesn't always play. There's games where you just scrape by. You win 1-0, 1-2-1, but you don't play good football. That's the thing. The positive thing is that we're winning like playing shit. Sometimes it's shit, sometimes it's good, you know. But what is the game of football? 3 points, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's
And
3
then
points.
if we could keep up grinding out these wins, even if we start getting better and winning better, right? If we could do this and
Form,
while getting the injured players back, I think it's going to be, amazing for us come January.
form is not linear. Form is it's non-linear. It always goes like dip, up, like this. Form will come, you know. Results, they don't come. Results, that's about hard work and grinding. So even if you get 1-0 win, just get the results, and form will come. That's what I believe in. Right. Hi, guys. Mark Davis, what you're saying? Do you think the Glazers are waiting for Qatar to up the bid, or is it over, Mark?
You want to know something? I always paid attention to one of the stories I read where it said 4 of the Glazer siblings want out completely. They don't want to remain here. They don't want anything. They just want to cash out and go. And I've also read that only 2 of the siblings really want to find a way to stay in the team. So in a way, like I'm thinking, the majority there's already a split, a divide amongst the Glazers, and yes, we are getting all these reports that are saying Jim won, Qatar's
By
left.
who?
By who? You know what I mean? Like there's an NDA, and of course, an NDA might not be airtight, but they can't confirm anything unless the Rain Group confirms it, because then the NDA kicks in, and legal matters happen, and this could get nasty for the Glazers and Sir Jim. You know what I mean? So, but I'm always of the impression that Arabians, people from that side of the world, they have a certain level of pride and esteem.
They do.
And when they go into business or to any venture, losing is not an option. You know what I mean? They must win. It's like they lose their pride in themselves if they were to lose. It's like they rub their faces in the mud. So I don't think they would give up so easily. One, I don't think they would walk away, because that would be giving up. You know what I mean? Admitting defeat. And I don't think that's their mental. I don't think that's the way that they live their lives. I think they live their lives standing with their heads held high.
Mark,
So
I'm very tired on this now, to be honest. And people that are tuning in and watching this channel are trying to clip and say, "Oh, you're lying to us, you're deceiving us." Like, what are we lying? We are just basically offering our logic and reasoning opinions the way we see it, right? We always said here on this channel, whatever you believe, that's your truth. Use your common sense, logic, and reasoning. I understand that 25% what he's offering, it's not real. It's not, who would do that? Like, unless you get, 51%, then I would agree. For me, it's always been, I don't care who buys Manchester United, to be honest, as long as it's 100% full sale only. That's always been the cause, right? So we are not like, I support Ratcliffe. I support anyone that comes in and make a bid, but not for 25%.
No.
If you agree on then 25%, what has changed? Nothing has really changed, right? You still remain the Glazers on the back seat. What? You still have them. You still gain 25%, and you're still adding on an extra layer on that top of the cake, right? So if we had a slow decision-making process, no communications under the Glazers, now you just added on an extra layer. It's not lean. It's going to be more, the bottleneck is going to be narrower and narrower. That's the thing. And all of a sudden now you have more chefs into the kitchen arguing about the perfect soup, So I don't see this as a good solution. I don't know if you are celebrating 25%, but there's nothing to celebrate over. So just wanted to clarify that for me and this channel, my personal opinion, 100% full sale only, or 61, 69, 51% majority, just so we don't have the Glazers that have been running us ragged for the past 18 years. I don't want to see them taking one single penny out of this club anymore. And that's my stand, right? That's my stand. And it's part of a community to sort of do due diligence on every single bidder, to scrutinize it, to ask the hard questions. Yeah. So if you're going to come into the comments to say you will pay me £1,000 if Sir Jim Ratcliffe loses it, it's not about that, mate. You know, it's about Glazers out, green and gold, until they're finally out and we are being sold, right?
Exactly.
And then when we get new owners, then we have to scrutinize them as well, right? Are you going to run this on a debt? Are you going to take debt which you cannot do, right? Who's going to absorb the debt if Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes over? That's major red flags, right? Who's going to absorb that $1 billion, £1 billion debt at the moment, right? And it's not enough to pay out, the Glazer siblings. What you said is not enough even for the infrastructure. So I just say, like, this whole narrative that to give up, it's not part of a fan's or a club's DNA. We have the never say die mentality. If you choose to lay down and accept it, then I don't understand, right? We should never say die. We should always fight to the end, to the Fergie time. That's the thing, right? So my personal stance is this: I don't see this as being over as of yet. I see it as simple fact that nobody knows Scooby-Doo there, right? I can just eventually see that for the past 10 months they've been creating gravy train stories, clickbait stories for you to fall for you to clickbait. That's all I can see. And then what I'm saying, who said it's Sir Jim Ratcliffe? Has it been announced by the club? Has it been announced by New York Stock Exchange? No. If it hasn't, why are you saying it's a done deal? Nobody really knows at the end of the day. So
And it's getting really boring, Mick. Like everyone is just like, oh yeah, it's boring to me. You know why? Because it's like everyone starts now. It's like, people talk about leaks. But all of these journalists are only talking about leaks. Because
but you got to look at where did they get the information from. Okay, we are talking about sports journalists here. They get the news from agents, from scouts, from some club officials. That's where they get the news from. And they all of a sudden been reporting on the takeover news, including Fabrizio Romano all of a sudden. Everyone wants to be the first to break the scoop to get the Pulitzer Prize, right? You get my point.
Exactly.
But if I'm Qatar, I'm just sitting back there and just looking. I don't need to do PR for myself. Why should I outbid myself? Because I'm the only one offering 100% for the club. Does it not make sense? And then you're watching your opponent going from 69, 51 to 25, and you want me to up my bid? Nah, man, I'm not a mug. I mean, that's common sense, isn't it? Right. Exactly. So will he offer, up to his bid? I don't know. Has he walked away? Nobody says that he has walked away. They're just putting out statements out there. But it could be a gamemanship as well to say. Anything is happening. It's like it's football, right? The ball is round and anything can happen. Ain't over till the referee blows the whistle.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, the rhetoric is full sale only, 100%, Glazers out. And this is how we fans want. We might be the only channel that's sticking to the 100% full sale only, and everyone else might be thinking, and we also might thinking, maybe you should give this 25% a chance, but this is not what we want. This is not what we deserve as a fan base.
Mark, we're not flip-flopping. Do you see any other channel except Nuruddin that keeps the green and gold banner up there with the flame alive with the ball? That tells you we don't flip-flop. We want Glazers out full sale only. That's it. We don't change our stance. We don't give up. We backed the 1958 United against the Glazers. We backed them 100%. When there was a massive protests, like, when they had the organized protests, we were the only channel that were broadcasting it live. I don't have any agendas other than I want Manchester United to come back to its glory days, back to manager, clear the debt, have owners that have the ability to take care of us, to clear the debt, to patch the, we're a decade, almost like 10 years behind, right? So the reason why I'm getting giddy with Qatar, because I know they have deep pockets and I know how they operate, right? Doesn't mean that they will come in and put in like Galacticos in there. No. If you just look what the PIF did with the Newcastle, they're growing it organically, step by step, brick by brick, and you see they're bearing the fruits of the labor right now. Now you can understand these stenographers. They don't want Manchester United to become good again because so far it's been very profitable for them because they want us to be shit so they can keep pressing that. They want you to be depressed. It's called divide and conquer, by the way.
Exactly.
Anyway, enough of that shit. I'm tired of it. I don't really care who takes over the club as long as it's not keeping the Glazers there, to be honest, right? The fundamentals needs to be there, clear the debt, invest in the infrastructure, make sure that we are competing for every single trophy the way it used to be. That's all I can say.
And as we were saying, Mick, I just had to mention this because one of the most critical pundits and ex-players of Ten Hag's campaigns thus far came to his defense recently because Paul Scholes has been out talking about Erik Ten Hag's performance, and he's been said to have said on this podcast with BT that, some driven after to make drastic changes in the team to Erik Ten Hag's position if his bid is successful. The Ineos founder is on course, he's on course, so the media has said, right? But what basically Paul Scholes has said is that we should not be hurried to take Ten Hag out of the position. From what he is seeing, he's not the problem. The guy is dealing with a lot, and you can see what he's trying to do. You see highlights of what the team could be, but the problem is he needs a better structure around him, is what he was reported to have been saying last night. So I don't know, it's considerable that he's starting to convince ex-players who weren't even interested in having him as the head coach, because if Paul Scholes would have probably rathered Ancelotti or maybe Poch or probably even Zidane. So I would say that the manager has been doing some bits. We have to take into account that
the difference is there. I totally agree with Scholes is saying, and I can understand if I read between the lines. Taking the job at Manchester United is just to go to the grave, basically, because you instantly, as you walk through the door, they lie to you. They say, we're going to give you this much money to spend. They say, you're going to get your first targets. As soon as you walk into the door, we fooled you. They will feed you the first year. Second year, they will just close the tap on and just, you know what I mean? So anything above Ten Hag needs to go. Right? That's the thing. There's the only club in the world that has a fake sporting director. They don't know fuck all about sports, whatsoever. Right? I'm sorry to say that. Yeah. Every single club you look around, even Brighton has a good structure. They built everything from top to the mailroom, to the dressing room. Everyone is aligned. We don't have that. So every single manager, you can recruit it. Pep Guardiola, you can put him into that position. He will fail. Right? Because the structure above needs to be cohesion, needs to be aligned. You need to have a proper sporting director that will understand the recruitment that is based on the style of play, right? And then you need to have the CEO and the commercial department to do their bits. At United, we are a lucrative business in terms of commercial value. We just need to fix the footballing operational side and the way we play football, right? So give the manager what the fuck he wants.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'd like to move along from this because we've been on for a long time. I was really coming on to do a 30-minute stream. These guys, we had the VR rumors join us on here. Mick Ruby came in big. I always love to have his company on streams. But before we go, fans,
before guys, don't forget,
subscribe and share, guys. But I want to put up this thing because I can't say I'm not going to be shameless, but I can say that I'm going to be factual on here. What do you guys think about this head-to-head on Sunday?
In the red corner.
We have the O. And in the blue corner, we have the A. Who are you taking on Sunday, guys? Who do you think will be the better performer? Who do you think is going to come up big for their team? Which big man is going to lead the line for the team that's going to be victorious on Sunday, guys?
That's not fair. This kid just coming up the ranks. That's not fair, right?
I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm just saying it's football, and he's been in good form this season. I have confidence in my striker. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's better than Haaland, right? I'm just saying that he's showing good form, and if he's going to translate that form on Sunday, right? If he's going to do well, because let's just not forget, Man City has not faced our striker yet. Their defenders have not played against him. Okay, so they're
no, I don't know,
watching.
man. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna bet on this one. It's a derby. Anything could happen. Haaland can be lethal. Haaland can be isolated. Depends on who we line up as a centre back pair in there as well. You know what I mean? But depends on how we line up. If we have creativity to serve Højlund, he will score definitely. God, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, just remember, guys, I'm not saying Højlund is better than Haaland. I'm just saying, guys, these two strikers are going head to head on Sunday, whether we like it or not. This is the stats so far for their games this season. Who do you choose is gonna play? Do you think is gonna perform for their team on Sunday? That's all I'm asking. It has nothing to do with who's better. They're both strikers, both young guys.
Okay, listen, I'm a patriot red. Listen, I'm a patriotic red. I don't give a flying fuck about City. I'm going for my man. Okay? I'm going for my man. Sorry for swearing. I'm too patriotic. I go Højlund.
I'm backing on Højlund to do some bits.
I back my man.
Guys, leave some comments, after the show. Tell me what you think about our star man. Tell us what you think is going to happen on Sunday. Which striker you think is going to bag more goals on Sunday? Who you think is going to lead their team to victory on Sunday, guys? And it's no thing. Just mention it in the comments. Be back. We'll be sure to reply to those things. And I just want to leave these.
Bro, realistically, Haaland is 2-3 years ahead of him, like in
development. Yeah. We're not talking about who's better. We're not. That's not the question.
You think who's going to have a better day
on Sunday? I'm just asking fans who they think is going to have a better day on Sunday, because they're going to be competing at the spearhead of both teams against each other, and that's all I'm asking. I'm not asking who's better. I'm asking who's going to have a good game on Sunday. Who fans think is going to perform well based on their form this season. That's it. Okay.
I back my man, but don't jinx it. For God's please, don't jinx it. Listen, guys. Anyway, I was just coming in to say good day. I'm very super busy. I can see Sam Samboli is in here. I've been having some conversation with you yesterday, mate. I explained myself to you. So again, like, who told you that Qatar has been knocked out other than British journalists? So it's, at the end of the day, mate, it's your truth, what you believe, right? And I explained myself earlier today to say as well, like, for me, it's 100% green and gold, 100%, no glazes at all. Like, this is what we've been fighting for 18 years. So 25% would not cut for me. But if it was 100% or 51 or 69 Ratcliffe, I'll back him 100%. Big up to you, mate. And big up to you, Sam, as well, for coming in here and providing your opinion. Alien Tenor Marshall might start instead of Højlund. No way. No way. Anyway, we're far away. Alvarez is there. He's lethal. So big up to you, Mark, as well. I am super busy. I got to go. So best of luck to everyone. We will not be do much streaming at the moment because I'm packing, I'm preparing, I'm moving house. Hopefully, Mark will be here to support. I thank you all for all your support. Thank you, everyone that came in yesterday for the post-match as well. And thank you for supporting this channel as well. We are 17,400 subscribers right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, good stuff. Oh, big news as well, by the way. Adam Matic left United stand.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on his Instagram this morning. Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
I was chatting to him, like, wow. He's joined Craig from the, he's a Liverpool channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's, what was it called? Top something. Teams on Top or something like that. That channel. Anyway, that's a big call.
Top or something?
No. It's a big call. So big up to you, Adam, as well. Congratulations. He's also running his own channel. Really appreciate every content creator that gets out there. But apparently they're going to do more than just Manchester, because Craig is Liverpool. So yeah. So that's the trend. But we are Manchester United channel. Always would be a Manchester
Exactly.
United channel. That's it. 2
And
pages.
guys, just before we go and we say goodbye to Mick, I would like you guys to take this time for a big man of the moment, Andre Onana, and thank him for that big save that he made. He made 2 big saves, but that last save in the last moment of the game, when there's no chance to even try to mount a comeback, if they were to score and equalize, this guy came up big, the big hand, you know. And, you know, let's just take this time to also acknowledge another star of our team who has not been the most decorated, but also came in with a big goal off the head. You know, Harry Maguire, Andre Onana, the unlikely heroes of our day yesterday. Thank these guys because they came up big, not only for us fans, but for the memory of Sir Bobby, and they tributed their performance to him. And I would like everyone to just remember, we are Manchester United. And no matter what, win, lose, or draw, we are United fans, always. Guys, thank you for joining me.
That's marking this thumbnail headlines. It says big headlines, right? So you get the irony. As I said, big head, and Onana kept the line. Big up.
Exactly.
Mark, take it away. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for having me as a guest. And listen, stay beautiful to each other. Hug each other on the social. Be united. I'm out of here, Mark. Take it away.
Catch you later, Mick. And as we say goodbye to everyone, thank you for joining us in the VR room today. It was my pleasure to have all your company, to interact with you guys, and I would like to do more of this. So don't be afraid to hit that like button, share and subscribe. Let's help our channel grow above the corporate guff and, you know, the clickbait wankers, right? And now let's have Bella give you guys a hug and say goodbye with a kiss.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so yet. If you want to take it to the next level, you can always show your appreciation to sponsor our channel by clicking below the video title where you will see the heart icon with the text saying, thanks. Or you could buy me a cheeky little coffee by scanning this barcode or visit this link to buy me a virtual coffee. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. Remember, glory, glory, Man United. Glazers out. It is green and gold until we are announced and sold. That was all from me. I wish you a good day and a great match experience, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.